Global Visionaries is a leadership program that empowers our young generation to be the leaders that we need more than ever right now to solve some of the world's most pressing problems like climate change and inequalities. That gives each individual who takes part in the experience the skills they need to navigate the global environment.
I first heard of Global Visionaries actually through my Spanish class. It was one of the classic classroom visits. Honestly, the presentation really spoke to me, and then I spoke with a friend who had participated. And, after talking with her, I was like, okay, I went to one of the information nights and I was like, yeah, this is definitely something I want to get involved with.
GV is part of a multi-year program, so students actually get to lead each other and not just be led by adults, and really build their leadership skills for up to 4 years of their high school experience. This is not just a program for those who can afford to travel abroad. We provide scholarships that aim to meet participants at a level that they and their families can reach.
The program is very intentionally designed to foster a space for students, including myself when I was a high school student, to have conversations and real-life interactions to collectively learn and grow and develop our understanding of the world.
There is a saying that youth are the leaders of tomorrow. We totally believe that that's not true. We believe that the participants are the leaders of today. Youth are the leaders of today. And it's important to start sharing the responsibility in what the world is right now.
We are the next generation. And I think particularly in a world that is so divided and polarized on so many levels, the problems that previous generations have created are now on our shoulders.
It challenges them and gets them out of their comfort zone. That's the most important aspect of our program, to build connections with people from different parts of the world.
I don't think I've seen another program quite like Global Visionaries that has a strong commitment to social and environmental justice, where youth can learn how to be leaders in their own community and in the world. GV is working with youth in Guatemala at the same time and supporting a cohort of young leaders down there. And when they come together with the Seattle youth, amazing things happen.
This program gives you a lot more than just service hours. I went in thinking that it would be like a cultural immersion and I'd come back home and it would be a cool experience. But what really happened was throughout my first year program, I started learning about a lot of the issues that are present in this world, a lot of which aren't really talked about very often. And I started to care more about the actions I make and what impacts they have.
The curriculum taught in GV really isn't focused as much as you would see in a normal school setting. So the program itself focuses on social justice and environmental education. And so directly through the immersions through Guatemala, you kind of see firsthand what you're being educated on.
It was a launching pad for me. When I first went to Guatemala and we had that conversation about the Guatemalan Civil War
and the U.S. involvement in that war, it was something that I'd never even heard of in school before.
The youth have just such an amazing opportunity to immerse themselves in language and culture during the trip. And they come back just excited and motivated to learn more.
We're pretty excited because moving forward, we're going to be having 4 different programs. One program that actually will travel to Guatemala, and the conditions are such that we can travel abroad. Also, we are going to be able to deliver a 3-month webinar that the participants are going to be exploring social and environmental pro-justice issues in their communities. And that still can be actually taught without the traveling to Guatemala. The other component is participants will still get community service hours. We'll go out to the fields and doing some work to restore the greater parks of Seattle. Participants are going to be able to get Spanish lessons one-on-one.
And still stay connected to that same Guatemalan teacher that you had while you were there and do the online Spanish classes.
Also being part of the Mindful Traveler Book Club. So the idea is that one program will fit into the next program, or you can do both at the same time as well.
The immersion is about 2 weeks. The first thing that they do is to visit the garbage dump in Guatemala City. We take them there because we want to show them the reality of Guatemala.
When I first arrived in Guatemala and I got to know my host family, it was such an amazing experience to be able to connect with people from a different country, even though there's this language barrier between us.
They're so friendly down there. I remember waking up in the morning and leaving my homestay, and then everyone would say hi to you when you're walking down the street and you don't even know them.
In the afternoons, they're going to be taking 5 days on a road Spanish classes 101.
I don't think students can learn as much as they learn in 2 weeks in Guatemala with a one-on-one teacher as they can learn in a semester or perhaps even a year in a high school language class.
All the projects that we work on in Guatemala are ones that are determined by the Guatemalan staff and community, so they're not ones that are determined by the U.S.
We would participate in projects regarding like reforestation, maintaining habitats, maintaining like ecosystems.
Working with coffee farmers, working in construction, or working with people in the hospital.
They have the opportunity to gain an even more personal insight into the actions of their own country abroad.
Interacting with the other Chapines and meeting people my age and like building friendships in Guatemala that I still talk to this day really just helped me understand their lives and how it compares to mine.
I went back home and made an effort and started connecting to resources and community organizations that taught me about U.S. imperialism in the Philippines. And so because I first learned about someone else's struggle in Guatemala, I realized how interconnected it was with my own struggle.
One of the things that I love about Global Visionaries is that it brings youth together here locally first. Youth who would never talk with other participants in this program otherwise.
Getting to really talk with people and really get to know them and get to see them not just as, oh, I'm just staying with this person, or I'm gonna know this person for a few days. Like, it made a lasting impression on me, and it really encouraged me to get to know other people in my life that I hadn't really taken the time to get to know.
Even if you're not particularly interested in social justice, or you're not interested in the travel component of the program, even if that's not your primary objective in wanting to join, I'd say join so that you can better understand the world that you live in, and you can better understand yourself as a member of that world.